Okay, let's dive in. We've got something really interesting today. Two novels dropping at the same time.
That's right. Ghosts of Days Gone By and To the Bone.
And they cover the exact same period, right? For John Keegan and Pauline McCrory Keegan.
Exactly the same timeline. But, seen from completely different angles.
Yeah.
It's about this intense separation that we're going through.
So Pauline's on what she calls a leave of absence.
Trying to find answers, she says. But there's also this heavy guilt. You feel it in her book, To the Bone. She worries about, irreparable damage from being away.
While John's back home, kind of adrift, dealing with her absence in, well, his own crises.
Yeah, it's a powerful setup. You're inside both their heads as their marriage is really tested, but they're living these separate, high-stakes lives.
Let's start with Pauline then, To the Bone. She's not a cop, but she throws herself into this missing girl case, Melissa.
Right, totally new ground for her. She even thinks, I'd never worked an investigation before. But she gets driven.
You really see that determination. That line, the hunt was on and I wasn't going to stop until I had answers. Intense.
And it pulls her into some pretty dark places, dealing with local cops like Mendez, digging up secrets.
How we undercover.
Yeah, even goes undercover in a drug den. It's quite a transformation. She's using tech, too. Gets Jacob involved, this AI guy, Ken Nakamura, tracking the phone.
She's all in, building this whole separate operational world down there.
Completely focused on solving this case, this ransom plot that unfolds.
Okay, so while that's happening, we flip to John in Ghosts of Days Gone By.
Yeah.
How's he holding up?
Not great, honestly. The book paints him as really lonely. He feels his marriage is currently appeared to be falling apart. It's raw.
And you see that awkwardness even when they talk briefly on the phone?
Yeah.
He senses she's distant.
He describes her as being deep into something down there, and he
Yeah.
can't really connect.
Meanwhile, his own world is blowing up.
Yeah.
Big murder case in Central Park.
Oh, yeah. Russian gangs, counterfeit drugs, the whole deal. Plus, he's got his public profile, Keegan the Destroyer, adding pressure.
And real fear, too, right? The threats against his family.
That's chilling. That thought, when everyone is watching over the kids, no one really is. And finding out his home cameras were hacked.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Someone's watching us? That must be terrifying.
Absolutely. And he feels like he can't even share that worry with Pauline. He respects the boundaries she set up, thinking, she should contact me.
He's just sort of stuck.
Yeah.
Wants to reach out, but feels he can't.
Yeah. Hungry for news about her, but constrained. Which makes her brief text later even more confusing for him.
Yeah.
Not sure what to say.
Okay, so here's the core of it, the really cool part. These two intense stories, they're simultaneous.
Exactly. Same days, same weeks unfolding in both novels.
So you might read about that difficult phone call from John's perspective in Ghosts.
And then you read Pauline's side into the bone and maybe understand why she sounded guarded or distracted.
Or Jacob helping them both out technologically, but you see it serving these totally different parallel investigations.
It's not just repeating things, it adds layers. You see the same event, but the meaning, the emotional weight, is totally different depending on whose head you're in.
It shows just how fractured things are, how isolated they've become, even while sharing this timeline.
Mm-hmm. You experience their separate realities, the sheer pressure each is under, side by side. It makes their distance feel incredibly real.
So reading both gives you this depth you just couldn't get from one book alone. You understand John, you understand Pauline, and you understand the state of their relationship during this crisis in a much richer way.
It's like getting the full 360-degree view of this moment in their lives. Ambitious storytelling, really.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? What does it mean to really know someone or relationship when the same moment can feel so drastically different depending on who's living it?
That's the big question these books leave you with.
So to get that full picture, you really need to experience both. Check out Ghosts of Days Gone By and To the Bone. It's a unique way to see two characters pushed to their limits, together yet apart.